Hello guys, today I'm going to be talking about MRCP. I'm going to discuss everything you need to know about MRCP. I just got my results and Alhamdulillah I passed. So basically what MRCP is, it is a post medical qualification that we need to do in order to do specialization in UK. So it basically consists of three-part: MRCP part 1, 2 and the basis. So I did MRCP part 1 only, and it consists of total of 200 MCQ questions, and during the exam you get a break of 1 hour between 100 MCQs. So basically it is a very tough exam because it is very long. We get 3 hours for 100 MCQs and again 3 hours for 100 MCQs, and there is a 1 hour break in between. So basically if you have completed your basic medical qualification, which was in my case MBBS, you will be eligible to apply for MRCP after 1 year exactly. The date of passing the MBBS or your primary medical qualification should be 1 year ago. So it is not the date of issuance of the degree, because many people are confused with that and do not apply for MRCP thinking that they need more time. But actually the day you pass the exam, the day you receive the results, it needs to be 1 year later from that. So the second thing that comes into your mind is, why should I take it? So basically if you are thinking of applying for medical training in UK, you will eventually have to take all of these three exams: MRCP 1, 2 and PACES. So why did I take so early? The reason was that as you know, it is quite saturated in UK, and people are finding difficult to get jobs. So basically everyone is eventually giving MRCP or MRCS, basically post graduate exams, to improve their portfolio. So that was my reason to give MRCP, because I knew I was going to pursue medicine. So I gave it at a very peculiar time. People usually give it after passing PLAB 1 and 2 to improve their portfolio, or if they are just looking to their MRCP part 1, 2 and 3, and they are not focusing on PLAB 1, then they choose this path. Basically what I did, I gave PLAB 1 and then I gave MRCP part 1, and eventually I'm going to give PLAB 2 hopefully by September of 2025. So the reason I gave it earlier was because after PLAB 1 my theoretical knowledge was so fresh, and my senior suggested that I give it now, because eventually I will have to give it, and mostly people get depressed after passing PLAB 2 because they do not get any job offers. So my senior suggested that I do it earlier to save myself from waiting for job offers once I give the PLAB 2. Let's talk about the prerequisites that are required. As I talked earlier, you need 1 year clinical experience once you have graduated and you have received your primary medical degree. So basically 1 year after the announcement of the results. For example, like in my case, I gave final papers in, I think, March 6th, and I received my result on 30th of the May. So I needed to wait 1 year, 30th of the May to 2023 to 2024. So in 2024 I was eligible to apply for MRCP, and there are a number of rumors that you need to get your degree attested, and you need to have passed at least 1 year after you received your degree. That is not true. You just need 1 year after you get the results of final year. So you just need to make an account on my MRCP, and once the dates are released, then you need to wait for them. And I recommend that you stay vigilant, because the seats are very quickly sold. If you want to get a seat in a particular city, then you need to open the site exactly at 12 a.m. of UK time on the date of opening of the seats, because only then you will be able to acquire that seat. Otherwise, within few minutes the seat will be gone, and you will have to choose in a city that might be very difficult for you. So I woke up at 5 a.m. Because that was the time when UK enters the next day, that is 12 a.m. So I got this my desired seat. Now let's talk about how much time do you need to prepare. So I would say it is approximately 4 to 6 months, depending upon what are you doing along with preparation for the exam. I was doing job, but my job was very easy, and I could find at least 3 to 4 hours of studying during my job. And when I got home, if I would give at least 1 to 2 hours more. So average, I would say I was giving 3 to 4 hours daily, and more on weekends, right? But I would say though that because the course of MRCP is so extensive, uh, during when the exam is near, you find that you are not prepared well for the exam, so you might get anxious because you won't have a very good grip of everything, because the things to remember are too much. So you do not need to worry about that. Just believe in yourself and think that everybody uh, who has prepared for the exam is having the same feeling. And even during the exam, if you find that there are questions that you are not able to figure out, just keep in your mind that if it is difficult for you, then it must be difficult for the others as well, because you put so much effort for the preparation of the exam. Then if you are finding it hard, then it must be hard for everyone. So with this mindset, you can ace the exam, right? Now I'm going to be talking about the sources of the MRCP. So the two sources I came across were past test and past medicine. So the past medicine is quite cheap, and I think I got it for approximately 20,000 rupees, uh, while the past test was at least 3 to 4 times more expensive than the past medicine. So which one to choose? I think the past test is more directed towards the questions, and it looks like the writers have taken so much time to devise a question and then give the explanation for every questions. Uh, and in the MRC, in the past medicine, you will find that most of the explanations are the same, and they are not specifically designed for each question. So you might find the same explanation in a number of questions. But one thing good about past medicine is that they have a section which is shown on the right side, and it shows discussion. And in the discussions, everyone has discussed about the mnemonics, anything that makes them remember easy. So everyone has been sharing everything, and if the answers in the descriptions are lacking, then the people have tried to give the explanation and make it easier for everyone. So that part of past medicine is really good, and it covers the lacking they have in the explanation. But still, I think past test is better because the interface is really good, and you do not waste much time uh, grasping a concept, because everything is so direct and it is very concise. Whereas in past medicine, you will have to go through everything and extract out what you are looking for, and sometimes you won't be able to find what you are looking for. So you waste a little time in past medicine, in my opinion. So on average, I think you should attempt at least 50 questions, and it is not about achieving the target at the end of the day. You might not be able to achieve the target of 50. Sometimes you might be able to do 60, and sometimes you might not be able to do even 30. The thing is, whatever you are studying, whatever you are attempting, you need to have the grasp of that concept. Once you are gone through the questions, either you did it right or wrong. Once you skip it and move to the second one, you must have learned your mistake, or if you did it right, you must grasp the core of that concept. So if anything comes from that concept in later on the question, you get it right. So it is not about getting the questions right or wrong, it is just about extracting what this question has to offer to you. So that was my approach, and it really helped me. And also I was making notes because I did not wrote everything down. I just wrote the things that were really new to me, or that I was having a difficult time to grasp on. So I suggest you do the same, because you will have a lot of things to write down if you keep on writing down, and you will have a pile of notes. Try to have everything concise and everything to the point, and in that way you will be able to make concise notes, and you will be able to revise them a day or two before the exam, and that is really beneficial. So let's talk about the exam day. As I told you before, it is quite an extensive exam. uh, Including the break, you spend almost 7 hours there, and during the first 3 hours you get extremely exhausted and you do not have the energy to continue. So carry chocolates or anything, any few snacks that you like, so you can eat them during the break, and even keep them in your pocket. They do not have any problem with that. And when you feel that your energy is really low and your brain is not working, just take a bite out of that. um, I think it really helped me, because during the second part, I was just not able to focus, and like my brain was hurting, because I have been sitting for at least 5 hours, and during the last hour it was just too much, and I just quickly went through the questions, but still I got most of them right. And I passed my exam. Based on my experience, one thing I would like to share is that you if you get too much confident attempting a question, then there is a very high chance that you will get it wrong. And even if you do not know the exact answer of the question, if you exclude the wrong ones out, then you will be able to get it right somehow. Because one thing I noticed during my exam, that when I was doing, there were a lot of questions about diabetes, and I was really confident about them. And when I got out of the exam center, I was thinking that I don't know about the other questions, but I'm really confident about the questions I attempted about diabetes, and I'm going to get them all right. But to my surprise, when I got my exam results, I got 50% in my endocrinology, and that was the lowest I scored in any of the category. So if you are too confident, so be vigilant, because you might get it wrong. Because when we see something familiar or a familiar questions, we tend to pick the options very quickly without thinking, because we know, oh, it is the easier one, and I do not need to waste any time on that, and I do not need to waste my energy on that, and you just quickly go through it. So that was the mistake I made during my exam, and I thought I should share that. I do recommend that you take MRCP Part 1, because if you are thinking of going to UK and practice as a doctor there, eventually you will have to give it, uh, because of the saturation nowadays. I recommend that you do it even after PLAB 1, because your theoretical knowledge will be fresh, and you will need less effort to do all the things all over again. So if you have any questions regarding MRCP, I'm very happy to answer you. Please comment down below, and thanks for watching.